2010 to April 29, 2010, there were 198 marriage licenses issued by the Lee County Clerk in comparison to 242 domestic, divorce, child custody, and child support cases filed with the Lee County District Court. There were 612 domestic cases filed in 2009. The American Psychological Association predicts that couples marrying for the first time have approximately a 50% chance of divorcing. In a marriage, the couples have an opportunity to build a loving relationship between them and later having children born of this strong loving relationship. These individuals in first-time marriages need to have a realization that marriage is a compromise between two people. It is no longer about oneself. Dr. Daniel Gilbert, Ph.D., said, "It's not marriage that makes you happy. It's happy marriage that makes you happy." Married people are happier than unmarried ones, perhaps because the single best predictor of human happiness is the quality of social relationships. Marriage seems to buy you a decade or more of happiness. Therefore, if the marriage has a strong foundation, the couples are able to enjoy their spouse and have an ability to interact with the children without neglecting the spouse. According to Judith S. Wallerstein, Ph.D., co-author of the book The Good Marriage, How and Why Love Lasts, the 9 psychological tasks for a good marriage are: separate emotionally from the family you grow up in, not to the point of estrangement, but enough so that your identity is separate from that of your parents and siblings. Build togetherness based on a shared intimacy and identity, while at the same time set boundaries to protect each partner's independence. Establish a rich and pleasurable sexual relationship and protect it from the intrusions of the workplace and family obligations. For couples with children, embrace the daunting roles of parenthood and absorb the impact of a baby's entrance into the marriage. Learn to continue the work of protecting the privacy of you and your spouse as a couple. Confront and master the inevitable crisis of life. Maintain the strength of the marital bond in the face of adversity. The marriage should be a safe haven in which partners are able to express their differences, anger, and conflict. Use humor and laughter to keep things in perspective and to avoid boredom and isolation. Nurture and confront each other, satisfying each partner's needs for dependency and offering continuing encouragement and support. Keep alive the early romantic, idealized images of falling in love while facing the sober realities of changes wrought by time. Married couples normally have 2 incomes because both parties work outside the home. This gives them the ability to be financially stable so long as they are able to live within their means. When finances become a problem in the household, a strain is created in the marriage, and sometimes the parties are unable to overcome this issue. Consequently, the parties end up filing for divorce instead of seeking marital or financial counseling to save the marriage. Because divorce no longer has a negative connotation and is more socially accepted, people rush to end their marriage. Once the marriage has reached the point of divorce, there become the additional problems regarding division of community property, custody of the children, payment of child support, and/or alimony. Divorce puts a financial as well as psychological strain on one's health. The couple is no longer dependent on 2 incomes, and one of the parties normally ends up losing up to 50% of their income for payment of child support and/or alimony. In conclusion, couples should do everything in their power to stay happy in the marriage and/or seek counseling prior to making a final determination to divorce because of the long-lasting effects it has on the parties and the children.